Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Shark here, bringing you guys, this entire video is, week 2 of the PML, but including week 2 of the PML with the team builder and the battle is also a transaction that is in effect week 2, so you'll see when you see the team. I'm dropping Lapis for Murkrow, so basically I can use Murkrow week 2, and the main reason I'm dropping Lapis for Murkrow is I've looked at the schedule, and the only team that I could see myself bringing Lapras on again was if I faced the same opponent that I faced week 1, but we don't face each other for the rest of the season, so the only possibility of us facing each other is in the playoffs, and it's week 1 of a pretty sure 13-week season, so there's no possibility or guarantee at all that either of us are making playoffs. And since there's a huge possibility that neither of us will make it, there's no point in keeping Lapras around in the off chance that it comes to a playoff match that does not even have a 100% chance of happening. So I just feel like Murkrow is just better to have quickly because it does more for the rest of the season than Lapras would. Just because Water Stab, I have Manaphy. Lapras was never drafted on the team for its water typing. I drafted it to have an ice typing as well as the fact that it's a good water absorber. But ice typing wise, I have a Nidoqueen, Manaphy again, and T-Tar. They all have Ice Beam. They all hit pretty hard with it. So there's no point in really having Lapras. Other than that, it just kind of worked out week 1 because of Freeze Dry being good against my opponent's team. But I think all in all, Murkrow does better because it, 1, gives me another defogger, so I don't have to rely solely on Comfy, as well as Prankster defog's a lot better than Comfy's defog, just because if this thing's at 2% or 1% like a Sash Murkrow, even if a last ditch effort, it can get rocks off the field, which is just good because that's kind of what I wanted to do. I'm picking up just to be a defogger, but Murkrow also provides a lot of utility with Prankster. It can slow stuff down, it can toxic stuff, burn them, it can set up Tailwind for me, it can trap if I really wanted to, it gets priority heals because of Prankster. Just a lot. It can, like I said, it can trap with Parasong, Mean Look, just sacrifice itself, because it's not like Murkrow is going to be getting a lot of kills. So even if I brought it every game and it just got off rocks and then trapped like a big threat and died, it'd be doing a lot for the team. So I just feel all in all the Lapras drop for Murkrow fits the team a lot better. It just works out. Don't have to rely on Comfy for defog. It's not the best defogger, but Murkrow, it's reliable to defog at least. So yeah, I'll now get into the week 2 team and then the replay. So see you guys at the team builder later. Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Shark here, bringing you guys week 2 of the PML. Hope you guys enjoyed the little intro showing the transaction where we gained Murkrow. So just get right into the team. My opponent for this week, his team is Necrozma, Tangrowth, Torrent Greninja, Tentacruel, Magnezone, Savali, Licky, Como-O, Marowak A, Mega Pidgeot, Torterra, and Carbink. You should be seeing it on the side of the screen. Necrozma and Greninja are his Z-move users, so it's a pretty scary team. First, I'm just get right into the team. We have Spadef Murkrow right here with Thunderwave, Roost, Defog, and Dark Pulse. This thing's mainly just supposed to be annoying, spread the paralysis, slow things down, Roost up on anything that because of Roost and Thunderwave, it can 1v1 a lot of mons like Thunderwave and then just Roost up, and it's because of its bulk. It's hard for him to actually one-hit KO this mon. I don't think it's actually possible with this set, depending on his sets, of course. I think Como-O can actually OHKO it, but if Como-O comes in and I'm weak, I'll just Thunderwave it and then die. Otherwise, I'm going out saving this thing. This thing's really good for 1v1ing Necrozma with Thunderwave, Roost, and then Dark Pulse. It's really good for keeping away rocks, that way I don't have to lead off Megazard X. And yeah, that's about what it does. It can't actually Thunderwave Greninja, sadly, because of Prankster. So Greninja kind of comes in and just sits on this thing, so that means I have to go into something else, but I have a lot of mons for Greninja. Anyways, going to the next mon, we have Tyranitar AV, just because Sand makes it a little bit more so I don't have to run that many EVs and Spadef. This speed right here allows me to outspeed Torterra and everything below, and so that means Torterra, Carbink, Marowak, Licky, and Tangrowth I can outspeed, which is good because this kind of deals with a lot of them. If he's physically defensive Tangrowth, this will really hurt, which I think he's going to bring Fizdef Tangrowth just because Megazard X and stuff, it'll switch in better if it's Fizdef. Not like it can take a hit even phys def, but you know, if it has to, it can take a hit better if it's physically defensive. And you know, T-Tar is usually physical, so just bringing special just kind of throw him off. Dark Pulse to hit Necrozma and such. Earth Power for things like Tentacruel, Magnezone, and T-Bolt for like Greninja and Mega Pidgeot. This thing's gonna be most likely my lead. I did make it as a lead T-Tar set. It 1v1s all of his potential leads very well, and you know, I think T-Tar can do a lot in this match. It's definitely not the offensive backbone of the team. It's just supposed to be able to force switches and take hits and deal hits. Next we have Megazord X, same D-Dance set except I have Roost this time over Willow. This speed allows me to outspeed max speed Jolly Como-O and anything slower than it, which basically means if he's not Scarf Como-O, I can come in on it, not like come in to take a hit, but switch in and then like come in on a death or something, and Dragon Claw will kill 100% of the time because of Tough Claws. So I'm faster than it for sure unless he's Scarfed, and yeah, Flare Blitz Roost just prolong this thing, hopefully try and get a sweep. Next up we have defensive Nidoqueen. This thing is mainly because I was noticing in my calcs that a lot of my mons just barely miss out on the kill unless Stealth Rocks are up. So basically want to get Rocks up, and I didn't really want to put them on T-Tar just because it's the AV set that I want it to be. So I decided to bring Nidoqueen because Earthquake, Ice Punch, and Thunder Punch also has good coverage against the team. I'm bringing Physical too, just because Special Nidoqueen didn't hit things as hard in the calcs. It hits things a lot harder when it's physical. No Poison Stab just because his only Fairy type is Carbink, and it's more weak to Steel than it is to Poison because it's neutral to it. So no Poison Stab on Nidoqueen. Earthquake, Ice Punch, Thunder Punch just kind of like hits a good majority of his team very well. Necrozma kind of forces this thing out, but it's a Poison type 2 staying on Necrozma, so it's not really supposed to be in there. Next we have the offensive centerpiece. I hope this mon can actually do work. Hustle scares me a little bit, but Hustle, Life Orb, Kevin Durant here. With Rock Polish and this speed, I can actually outspeed his entire team, Scarfers included, if I click Rock Polish. And there's a couple mons like Tangrowth, Licky, Torterra even, that I can just click Rock Polish on, Carbink too, and then just win. Because Thunderfang, Iron Head, and X Scissor, it OHKOs everything with Life Orb, Hustle, Bar, Como-O, and Marowak, which for Marowak, you know, kind of have two dark types, Nidoqueen. This thing's made to outspeed it, so it'll do a lot with Dark Pulse and such. Earth Power does a lot too. And then for Como-O, we have the final mon. This is a sweeping Comfy with HP Ground, considering his only Fairy Resist, Tentacruel, Magnezone, and Marowak all share a ground weakness, 4 times effective on Magnezone. And you know, just the point of this thing is just come in like Tangrowth or something like a wall and set up sub, and then just Calm Mind up, and then just try and sweep with Draining Kiss, which is really nice because I heal first before they attack because of its priority because of Triage. So yeah, this is the team. Really hope Durant can put in work. I just hope Hustle doesn't come to bite me in the ass, because this thing can actually sweep his entire team if it gets up a Rock Polish. It outspeeds everything Scarfed. Because I did the calc to make sure. I basically, if you really care about how I got this speed tier, I just found his fastest mon, which is Greninja, and found out its speed when it's Scarfed, and then just took 1 point over that divided by 2. Because Rock Polish rates your speed by, multiplies your speed by 2, and that put me at 284 to get 1 point faster than Scarf Greninja. So this thing is sped corrupt to outspeed everything on his team, Scarf included, after just 1 Rock Polish, and then it can just run through his team because he has a bit of a bug weakness, as well as Iron Head hurts a lot of his mons, and Thunderfang just rounds out anything that can take one of those too. So besides Como-O and Marowak, which I already said, and my Marowak counters, of course T-Tar, Murkrow can help, Nidoqueen can do work against it, and then Como-O, Comfy can live any hit if it's special over. It can live 1 Poison Jab if it's a physical one, And with rocks up, Draining Kiss is an OHKO no matter what kind of, unless he's like Spit Def Como-O. But if he's a Spit Def Como-O, I live all the hits just for days. So if he's offensive, Draining Kiss kills after rocks. If he's defensive, he can't really, I'm not too scared. As well as the fact that if Como-O does kill him on Zardex, it's faster than unless it's Scarf. So with that previous data, or previous, you know, if I can learn stuff about it, I can figure out really how to beat this team. Really hoping Durant puts in work, and I'll see you guys at the battle. Peace. Alright, I'm back with the battle, and I'm just gonna get right into it. He can, as you can see, he brought Como-O, Tentacruel, Necrozma, Licky Licky, Sovali Normal, and a Lowland Marowak. So I was thinking at the beginning of this match was, first off, T-Tar leads 100% every single time. Megazard X can sweep, Durant can sweep, and Comfy can all sweep. So I'm just trying to, you know, see whichever one of those can sweep. So he leads off with Sovali, I lead off with T-Tar. I don't really know what the Sovali can do, so I'm just going to go into Marowak, which I know takes all hits. And he just goes for a parting shot, which is also what I was expecting. I was kind of thinking like Murkrow's the middle play because it only has one attacking move, and it's Drill Peck. I might have changed that from when you guys saw it. I think it might have been Dark Pulse, but I changed it to Drill Peck just for Greninja, which he actually didn't bring. But he goes into Licky Licky as on this turn I just switch out into Nidoqueen. I was mainly expecting like a Toxic or a Thunder Wave coming from it, and I just thought Nidoqueen's the middle ground play, because if I went to Durant and he went for Thunder Wave, Durant's horrible, but Nidoqueen isn't affected by Toxic or Thunder Wave, so in my eyes it was just the middle plays. He goes for a knockoff, which, you know, leads me to believe he might not have T-Wave or Toxic or whatnot. I just get up my rocks quickly because I need them to wear down that Alola whack, that way Durant can sweep. And he goes for Tri Attack on his Sovali, and based on that damage I was able to deduce that this is a Specs Sovali with no attack investment or something around there, because that's the damage it had, was either, well actually it was either max attack not Specs, or it was Specs no attack investment. But as you'll see later on in the game, you'll see why I thought it was Specs, because I go for the Earthquake as he goes for the Tri Attack, does a decent amount, which leads me to believe he's a little more defensive. I go into Edgar, which takes the Tri Attack well, and I just as he switches out, which you'll see later in the battle, he has Thunderbolt on that thing, which is really why I thought he's Specs, because why would he switch out if he has T-Bolt, unless, you know, he can't hurt it. And I just go for a T-Wave to slow something down. End up T-Waving the Licky Licky, which just lets me bring in my Zardex on the knockoff that I know he's going for, and I just decide to Flare Blitz here, not knowing what he has. He goes for a Wish, and on this turn I'm just going to D-Dance predicting a Protect. He gets paralyzed, it doesn't really matter, I'm pretty sure he was going for Protect. I'm going to D-Dance again, because he can't, or I Roost here as he gets paralyzed again, and I just decided to D-Dance because his only attacking move seems to be Knockoff, and I can take a Knockoff. So I decided just to continue to D-Dance. He goes for a counter there. I Dragon Claw here because I thought I was actually like, I thought I was gonna win actually 6-0. Like I thought Megazard X swept, but sadly had I just D-Danced once more, he would have clicked counter, would have done nothing, and I would have just swept the game. Like I would have just won the next turn. But sadly, Licky Licky barely lives. It's a bit unfortunate. I just go to Kevin to get its free kill pretty much, because basically Durant comes in, and unless Marowak or Como come in, it gets a free kill. And he just sacked off the Licky Licky, which is good for me. I'm just going to sack off Nidoqueen to Marowak here to get in Murkrow for free, because I noticed, if you noticed, the Flare Blitz didn't give him any recoil, so I knew he wasn't Lightning Rod, so I knew it could paralyze this thing, even though T-Tar was already faster. I just wanted to paralyze it. As he gets then paralyzed on that turn, I decided to go for a Roost. He gets paralyzed again. I don't know if Flare Blitz killed me. I don't think it did. I just go into T-Tar because I know Dark Pulse kills it from this range, and I outspeed. He gets hurt by the Sandstorm, and I just kill it with Dark Pulse. I already knew I outsped it without the T-Wave, but it's just good to get paralyzed, get some free turns. He goes into Tentacruel, which, as you can see, I take this Scald like it's nothing. I'm just going to fire from Earth Power, as he actually has Shuca Berry, so the correct play there would have been to click T-Bolt, but, you know, I didn't know. So I'm just going to click Earth Power again, because Earth Power and T-Bolt do the same damage, and since he already used the Shuca Berry, just might as well click Earthquake. This is where things go a little bit downhill. He actually Scald crits my Tyranitar. I would have killed him that turn, and Tyranitar would have died to Toxic either way, but it then means I have to bring in Durant to kill it, and as you can see, I miss a Thunder Fang. he gets a skull that does about half, so I have to hit this next Thunder thing, the next Thunder Fang. But as you can see, Kevin, he misses. Not really the MVP. I'm just gonna go into Murkrow to get the kill. Just drill peck this thing. I knew I could take everything. At this point, I'm just gonna click Thunder Wave because I feel like he's gonna parting shot. As he actually goes for Thunderbolt, which makes me think he's no attack vested specs because of the damage. And I'm just gonna roost up and try and get a paralysis turn this thing, but it doesn't end up working out. So I just go into my Comfy, which I knew could live a Thunderbolt, and I actually get paralyzed, which is a bit unfortunate, but it doesn't really. I'm not too worried about it, as I just Calm Mind up on the face of this Silvally, and I decided to Draining Kiss here just to get some health back, because that does a fat amount to that Necrozma. And so me and this Necrozma have a little bit of a setup war, a little bit of an arms race as I get parried, and he goes for another Calm Mind as I do the same. So we're on equal like boosts. We continue to Calm Mind. I don't know if he was going for like a reverse sweep here, or just he was not a reverse sweep, but he was just trying to seal the game in his favor. But I set up a sub, which it actually works out because he had to attack me next turn, and I could boost up to him. And I get my priority Draining Kiss, heals me back up, and I know it'll kill. I know I can live one more, and I can heal up, especially with the Draining Kiss. I'll be able to live another Photon Geyser. And I was really hoping right here that I didn't get parried. Didn't para. I go to 32. And I'm basically like, I know I can live any attack from the Silvally that he brings in. In my honest opinion, he should have brought in Como-O first. On the off chance that I get parried, he would have definitely killed me with a Poison Jab or a Flash Cannon. Maybe not a Flash Cannon, but a Poison Jab definitely would have killed. I believe it's a roll if he's not banded from almost near max HP Comfy to live. So in my opinion, the correct play should have been going into Como-O and risk my para, but he goes into Silvally, which I don't get parried. I Draining Kiss it, kill it, and I heal back up. And at this point, I just need one more Draining Kiss to win, and I get that. And Comfy wins us the game with a nice little 3 kills. So yeah, that's week 2. A nice 2-0, so that puts us to 2-0 plus 5. I don't know where we're at on the standings, but I'll definitely see you guys next week. Peace.